Okay, we're rolling? Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm gonna have you come and stand about here. I'm gonna move this out of the way temporarily. So we have a family member playing the part of a guest. I'm gonna show how to claim the door using the consequences we went over before. So what I do is I walk casually. A lot of people rush to the door. That will make it worse for your dog. So I come here, get between me and the dog and the door, and I walk towards the dog, and I'm not gonna let it pass me. The line that I want to establish is right here. So once the dog goes on that side, I don't continue chasing it. Now I'm keeping my authority pointed at the dog. Once the dog is on this side of the door, that would be nice if your mom was knocking some more. Can you knock some more? She's staying in place. So what I do now, and right now for this, let's film me. So I take one step back, left foot, right foot only, and I keep my hips pointed here. Don't go like a third or fourth step. That looks like meandering around. So it's very sudden steps, or very deliberate steps. So now I go again. So now she can approach. I'm not going to disagree until she crosses that line. Actually, I'll disagree when she gets about a foot from that line. But there's triggers. If you want to film her now, I'm going to jiggle the deadbolt. Watch this. So that trigger tells her the door is about to open. So I want to practice that trigger by itself so I can help her understand just because you hear the trigger doesn't mean you can cross the line. Mm-hmm. The next one I have is the handle itself. Also causes her to come forward. I'm not disagreeing because she hasn't broken the rule. So then when I go to open it, I shift over this side and I'm going to open it 1 inch. If she stays in place, then I'm going to open it further, but I'm going to step in front of the door. So I'm opening with my rear end facing the door. I'll tell you off camera, well, I would just practice this with family and friends so it's not a real guest initially.
That's really good.
And then I'm going to invite my guests to come in. I'm going to have you stay right here. Now, she cannot cross the line. She can't interact with the guest until the guest crosses the line. So if you have somebody that comes over, you can probably come a little bit closer, but make sure you keep the dog in the shot. Mm-hmm. But if you have a friend that comes over or a guest who's not a dog person, they can stand here and they're not interacting with the dog. The dog is not allowed to cross that threshold. Now, as the guest crosses this threshold, then the dog can come up and interact in it, but she can't jump up and do all the things we talked about off camera. But this way, people are like, wow, your dog is so well behaved. Well, we're just establishing a communication that the dog's not allowed to cross this threshold.
Wow, that's really great.
So what I would do is when you guys are coming home, text each other.
She gives up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but
exactly.
she's not here when I come home. She's in her room.
Okay.
Doesn't matter, but guests come. We want her to get to that place.
So if she's home or she's out,
Right.
then you text each other, hey, I'm 5 minutes away from home, door exercise, question mark.
Well,
If
let's
she's-
do a door exercise. That's
Yeah, every day.
Well, yeah, I would, every time you guys are coming home, text each other.
Great
Because that way you know it's your mom. Your mom is
Yeah.
willing to spend some time. If it's a
Right.
real guest, you want to rush.
Oh, I think
Now, one thing you don't want to do you guys have a driveway?
yeah, but we don't.
Sure.
Well,
Just the
park
one,
in front.
the one thing we don't want to do, sometimes the dog will recognize our timing of our car. So you might want to park like one house up.
Ah,
So, and again, I'm only going to disagree if she crosses this line. Now she's approaching it very slowly. Now it looks like she's sniffing, she was, but she's also testing things out. Now see her ears? See how they're kind of off to the side and pointed forward? That's your way of saying kind of, I'm very humble right now. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing, so I'm kind of showing you respect.
Wow.
So if they're up, this is more confident and assertive. If it's more to the side and the inside is facing forward, that's what that means.
wow.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to reset this exercise, and then the primary guardian is going to be one answering the door, and I'm going to coach her through doing the same exact exercise.